Hey guys, it's Kirsten. So, bra lines are horrific. And when you zoom all up, the ribbing in her shirt makes it even more of a nightmare because it's at a downward angle. So, like, you go to clone and then the lines don't line up, right? And you get really frustrated. And it's funny because I'm just going to do the band-aid real quick because this little piece of fuzz is making me nuts. Um, so, I had this exact issue before the upgrade, and it just, you know, made me nuts. But now that the upgrade happened and I'm in love with it, I'm super excited for this new feature. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to get the lasso here, and I'm really just gonna highlight the problem area, which is this wrinkle. Oops, that's my phone. Okay, so we're going to highlight this boo-boo. Now, we're going to do the content aware, but the new content aware. So you're not going to hit backspace or delete. You're going to go edit, content aware fill, but it's the new one, right? And you can see it's guessing pretty super awesome. You can delete where you don't want it to sample from, and that will affect it, a little bit. Sometimes I just kind of play around to see if it does anything better. But that looks a lot better. You can also mess with the settings up here. Ooh, high actually looks, let me compare high. Oh no, I guess it's probably pretty much the same. Let's go very high. Okay, so very high actually kind of blends in the shadow a little bit. Okay, so rotate, we don't need to, I'm going to cancel that because we don't need to do that. We don't need to do that. Okay, output to a new layer so then we can see the sampling area. We're good, we're good. Okay, I'm going to hit OK. Okay, so now, before and after, that's a huge, looks a lot better, right? Okay, so now we're going to go back on the background layer. And again, we're only really going to do, this one looks like it might be a little bit more problematic. Highlight that, edit. Now it's not showing the adjustment we just made up here, which is fine. I'm going to delete, because obviously I don't want it sampling out of that. Silly. Now where there has to be, and I'm still, obviously new at this, but I'm wondering if there's a before and after. That doesn't really make a big difference. That actually, I think, looks a little better. We're going to put that on very high. That looks, what's this right here? Is that probably undo everything? Okay, we don't want to do that. I'm just going to go ahead and, actually, I'm going to click on that. I like clicking on, okay, so we're not going to click on that. I like clicking on everything and seeing what everything does. Okay, so I'm just going to hit OK. Okay, that made it a little, I mean, it's better than that. Okay, so the next thing you can try to do, I'm just going to Control J so I can turn it off when I show you. So the clone, and like I said, cloning is going to be a little bit hard because the lines kind of go at a downward angle around her boobies. So we can either lighten this little patch or darken this little patch. So I have it on lighten right now. So I'm going to sample below the shadow and then drag the line up. And I'm only at 30% here. But see, you can tell the lines aren't matching up 100%. But you can see it lightened that little shadow. This is going to be really hard, I feel like. That's one big shadow right here. See, and the lines don't line up, so that's not going to be... But it does look a little bit better. I don't want to show her face because I don't have permission to use this picture from her. But let's just... Okay, so those look a lot better. That actually looks a lot better. So I think what I'm going to try to do, and I'm not talking about like frequency separation and all that kind of stuff, but I might, on a very low opacity, so let's try like even like 20%, hold the, on the paintbrush, hold the Alt key down to just sample a good neutral color. Oh, you know what? Hang on. I got to bring this layer to the top. Oh, no, I don't want to do that. Hang on. I'm just going to, oh, shit. Caca. Hang on a second. Okay, so let me just, all right, I'm going to delete that layer, even though I wanted to keep it, but I made a boo-boo. So what I would do is I have to flatten that first. Okay, now at 20%, I'm going to get a good mid-tone sample of a good color, and I'm just going to very lightly paint over where you can still see the texture, but it just kind of smooths everything out. And of course I didn't do it on I got it on the black. So I have to, I'm a ding dong. Control J, because I got some on the jacket. So if you accidentally get some on the jacket, like you're like, oops, like that, you can always put a layer, make the brush black, use the bracket key to make it smaller. Whoops, 100% opacity. And paint it off where you boo-booed. And I got a little bit over here. That just kind of makes the mid-tone better. But anyway, that looks 1,000% better if you want a quick job. Obviously, if she wants perfection, I would either like send it up to retouch up or something that it's a real quick fix. But you know, this whole video took less than 5 minutes, and 4 minutes was me saying shit. So, all right, good luck.